Hello everyone out there in YouTube world. Well, things are good for you out there on that planet of ours, despite the things again which have been going on a daily basis. Isn't that right, Max?
It certainly is. So many changes every time you walk out the door, isn't there? With different things, you know. You know, it's hard to keep up with, isn't it, really, when you think about it. Everything, life is hard to keep up with.
And this let's talk about video is going to be about life changes in life, because boy, you can't even keep up with things especially with technology. Gosh,
no.
Sometimes you don't know whether you're coming or going.
I mean, sometimes I say the changes are not till next year. Then all of a sudden, weeks after, the changes have come in.
They've been implicated.
And then you think, well, you said next year. I know it don't matter when it is, because it's going to happen, but the point is, it's confusing.
Yeah.
And I think they just love confusing us, don't they?
Confusing.
Especially as you get older, they like to confuse you.
And stress you out as well, because it does, it stresses you out big time.
And I mean, people as well, they're very vulnerable at the moment, most people, aren't they?
There is a lot of vulnerability
and they're trying to cling on to something, anything.
Yeah.
And you've got to feel sorry for those people because they're reaching out in the wrong places because of their vulnerability.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, me and Andrew was on about dating sites, weren't we? I'm not a fan of them.
I've been a fan.
I think they're
toxic for one.
They're toxic.
Can be expensive because some of them charge you subscription fees every month.
Yeah. And
people use false information, false pictures, create a false profile.
I mean, the people who've been scammed on them.
Man.
You know, you don't know who you're meeting, do you, on them? And
no.
You could turn up and you don't know, you can't see that person you've been talking to online and because it's not them, or it's them when they was 40 years younger.
And we've been watching things on YouTube about these scammers and stuff like that.
And it's just because the people are so vulnerable and lonely and don't know which way to turn, that they're clinging, they're willing to accept anything.
And no matter what
anything, just to feel relief of... And love, basically, aren't they?
And the funny thing is, when these people find out that they've been scammed, like we saw this one lady, for years, since 2016.
Been sending money out.
Sending money over to this man she'd never ever met. He said he was posted in certain Ghana.
Afghanistan.
Well, Afghanistan and then Ghana. A white gentleman photographed profile of him. And she was still convinced after all these years later, no matter what the people were trying to help her, saying that she was duped, it was a false profile, and the person wasn't white neither, and she still was convinced that it was the person who she originally thought it was. She even said there was red flags about it, but it didn't bother her.
It sucked her in that much.
Yep.
She was living in a fairyland.
Yeah, fantasy world, literally.
I mean, she kept saying to him, when you're coming home, she never met him.
Never ever met him. No, even with the video chat, because she wasn't up to speed with technology.
Very vulnerable people.
I've seen vulnerable people in my life, but she was, majorly vulnerable. But yeah, that's another example. Dating sites, don't do them.
No, don't go near them.
Honestly, they can be very dangerous as well.
I mean, if you're going to meet somebody, you will.
You will.
And there's lots of better places to meet people.
And physically meet people.
Yeah, you know, even going to your daily shopping, whatever, going to work, travelling on transports, and joining colleges, and you know, meet somebody who you know is actually that person.
But what we did was a friendship. We had to find out about it.
I think you have to do friendship before anything to have a decent relationship
with someone. So my best friend.
He's my best friend.
Bestest buddy.
Bestest buddies in the world. But you know, joking aside, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you I don't know. I mean, it's not just that. So there's so many people being scammed.
Yeah. Because we were, as you know, some of you know in one of our videos.
Because they believe, you put your trust in things, you put your trust in people, and then they let you down.
Yeah, they do.
Because they're damn right evil, aren't they, really? Evil.
And that's true, they really are.
Yeah. You know, and everything is online, shops are shutting down.
That's the other thing,
Yeah.
online shopping. We know some of our family members, and we have to say hands up, we've done a little bit of online shopping, but sometimes things can be unavoidable for you to get these things online, and you like with
There's
clothing.
better things online, isn't there, than in the shops?
Yeah, there is.
Most of the time.
But with clothing, in my way of doing things, like with these tops, I know my large size, and I know these are pretty. You can't get these from the shops, but when it comes to like other stuff, you got to go to the shop to see how the fit is, the trousers in particular, the footwear.
Well, again, it's about contact, isn't it? You know, you're seeing somebody.
Human interaction.
Yeah, you're saying hello, and you might not have spoken to anybody for 4 days.
Yeah.
But you're going around the shops or you're going for a coffee, and you've got to speak to people, haven't you, really? You know, you can't sit there not speaking to anyone. And always remember there's people out there as well. They haven't seen anybody all week.
No.
Say hello to them, give them a smile. Don't cost you nothing, does it, really? You know, Andrew and me were on the bus the other week, weren't we?
Yeah.
And Andrew sat by an elderly man because there's no room on the bus, and I sat by someone else. And he started speaking to this elderly man, and that elderly man was absolutely delighted that he was speaking to him.
Yeah, because he's a widower.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really get to really
And
speak
Andrew
to him.
brought him so much joy of having somebody to speak to. And he actually said to Andrew, I haven't spoken to anybody all week.
No.
And I don't normally speak to people, didn't I?
Exactly.
Because you've got to be very aware of it.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him, you
And
know.
it's true.
You've got to be aware because...
It's true.
And I've always said, yeah, Max supports me on this, never ever walk around with a tunnel vision approach to life. Never. Max will tell you what I'm like. When we're out in the back, I'm constantly looking around and I can't help it. But I do it in a way just to make sure that the unexpected doesn't happen.
But it's a good job he does, to be truthful, because there's some horrible people out there.
And it saved my life.
Vile.
It saved my life having this approach to life on many occasions. And I'm telling you, it really has. Even from when I was a young kid. Because my dad was the same as well, so that's where I get that from. Dad was always being aware of his surroundings. And I know that one of the main reasons is that it's because when he came over, Windrush and unfortunately racism. So back then,
which would make you feel like that, you know, to the day you die, really, wouldn't it?
Yep.
It's not good, it's not nice. And it's sad that it's still going on now.
To this very day.
People can say it isn't, but, you know, they're just people who live in a world of their own.
Their own make-believe.
They want to believe that.
Yeah, well, trust me, I know it's happened because I've had a lot of it. Exposed to a ridiculous amount of it over the years.
Yeah. It still goes on now, doesn't it?
It still does.
Which is very sad. Very sad indeed.
And then,
so it's at the time as well, we should all be mixing with each other and supporting each other.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, we've said it before on channels, haven't we? It's just the colour of skin.
Human beings.
It's not the person. There's good and bad in
everyone. And everybody.
Every nation, every colour.
Yeah.
You know, we should all be supporting each other, not turning against each other. And I'm sure that's what the governments want us to do. Because they're not doing anything, are they?
Of course they're not. Of course they're not.
They're really not.
The government, the trouble with them is it's just the money they get. How much money can they squeeze out for
But
you?
it's sad, I mean, if it wasn't for the governments who are supposed to be looking after their people, we wouldn't be in situations we're in now, would we?
Yes, exactly.
You know, How can people, they've gone back to the Victorian times in my opinion, how can people work till they're 70, what is it now, 5?
Well,
Going up, isn't it, next year to 75?
At the moment it's 67?
At the moment it's 67.
Something like that.
It's going up to 70
You have to quote me on that.
Yeah, we're not 100% sure.
So either 65 or 67, not too sure.
But yeah, that's... You can work to that age if you're okay.
Yeah.
It all depending what job you do, isn't it, really? If you've got a sitting down job, but you're just choosing your head. But even then, you forget stuff. You know, your mind's not so alert as it used to be.
Because as you get older, what happens to the body naturally? It degenerates.
Yeah. Especially your brain.
Yes, it's a common process. And this is why we advise, not tell you to do it, meditation practice. Honestly, we both know this. I mean, Max is more an experienced meditator than I am. And I can tell you now, the benefits of meditation practice is a powerful thing for this. And a wonderful thing for your abdomen. And it really is. It's a power that's inside us all the time. And it teaches you how to tap into that power. And boy.
And if you do it properly, the benefits you get from it
are long lasting.
Oh, well, they're eternal. But getting back to the age of retirement again. You know, in the war, before the war, in the Victorian times, people used to go to sleep standing up.
Yeah.
If you look back on your history, across like a line, I don't know whether it was a line or whatever, but they hung over this thing to sleep. And they were falling on their feet, off their feet rather.
Because of the work
because of the work they had to do. They was in workhouses.
To make a living.
Right up until they died.
Yeah.
And you worked until you dropped, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's what they want you to do now.
The
because
government.
They keep it on about, you know, the elderly are living longer and... Well, how do they work that one out? I mean, during COVID, Boris Johnson, wasn't he? Quote me if I'm wrong.
No, this is the truth.
They put a recording on of what he'd said when COVID first came here. About the elderly have got to go first. They've taken up too much time and resources. And if they had to make a choice in the hospital with COVID, they've got to make that choice, somebody who was elderly.
That's awful, you know. That is awful.
And I just could not believe my ears when I heard that. You know, the COVID jabs and this, that and the other.
Which was horrid. They horrid them COVID jabs out. Never been properly tested.
And in the end, there was no need for them, was there, in most people?
Yeah. I've never had one, and I never will have one.
And a lot of people I know, I mean, they all got cancers.
Yeah. And I've mentioned before, and I've said this before on a few occasions, I had some people who I knew. I wasn't close friends, but I knew them over the years from when I was in my teens. 5 of them. I even went to school with 2 of them. 5 of them had this jab. Within a couple of months later, they're gone. You know, it took their lives.
There's no proof of that. There's no proof of that.
It was funny how 5 of them...
But it just seems funny, doesn't it?
Who had no underlying illnesses, and they didn't. None of them didn't. They were very healthy people. And they had this jab. And this was all over the, you know, one of the social media platforms, not mentioning no names, which I used to operate a lot on, which I don't know longer. I know 5 of them on there that I knew passed. And the last one that I remember who passed was in 2022, and I went to school with him. And I was meant to have gone to his funeral, but that was the same year that my niece passed. So the funeral was on the same date. Exactly the same date. So yeah, he was the last one that I know of who passed complications after when he had the COVID jab.
And I mean, another thing as well, you go out, the markets aren't what they used to be.
No, God, they're dying industry now.
They are. And it's such a shame. And people, probably younger generation who watch, they're probably thinking, Well, who wants to go round to market? I do.
I do. We love them. It's what we grew up around in the
We love
70s.
markets.
In the 70s, you know what I mean?
We love charity
in the
shops.
80s. Yeah,
And even if charity shops can't survive, shops are not going to survive
no,
either.
because it's normally the domino effect of that too.
You know, and it's all cafes and
Fast food,
fast food and yeah,
boutiques now.
yeah. I mean, a cup of coffee's about nearly £4, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
cup.
about $3.85
For a cup of coffee.
for a cup of flat white coffee.
You can't afford that, can you? Come on. It's just everything is changing, and I know things have to move forward.
Yeah, they have to.
They have to move
There's some
forward.
which are unavoidable. Some things which are unavoidable to change.
I mean, my hate is technology. I hate it.
Yeah.
Absolutely hate it.
She does. She totally
I do. I
loathes
don't know. I
it.
lose my cool with it. Don't
Lose
I?
your cool. Can I tell you a quick story? At our old place, she had to change her phone over to a new one because the older one was hot. It was done. You know, like say for instance, you have a battery that was worn out, you couldn't even recharge it again. Well, this is how the phone's behaving. I thought you've got to get a new one. Just upgrade the model that you've got now into a newer version of it. And boy, the night when we had to change things up, that phone nearly flew out the window. And that's not a joke, you know. If she put enough power behind that throw, that phone would have gone through the window, and that's no joke. So, this is where my patience comes in, and that helps. And it helped. And it did.
It did.
But I still hate technology. I'm not a fan of it. I really don't like it. I'm being honest with you myself.
I mean, some shops they won't take cash.
No. Doop. Card. Doop. Card.
Cash or card.
Cash or
as soon
card.
as you say cash, the faces.
Yeah. I know.
Don't
Oh,
know.
they got the kind of. But the trouble is,
Cash. We're old school.
yeah, and the people will say, well, how can you keep an eye on your card or if you constantly use it? Because don't forget, right, when you use your card, the payment doesn't go out straight away.
It's a debt magnet.
It doesn't go out straight away. Some places
Paying with credit cards and debit cards are debt
are
magnets.
They really are. We haven't
How
got
can you keep
keep an eye on your accounts.
up to date with what you're spending?
But then there's someone else saying in the comments, well, apps, download the apps on your phone. What do we just try to say to you? We don't trust technology and we're not fans of technology. So we do our utmost to avoid conforming to that aspect of things. As long as the old system is valid for us to do it in the way how we like doing it, we'll stick with that way.
And I watched a survey a few months ago, and they were saying about more people, even younger people, are paying with cash.
Yeah, it's true.
More than cards.
Yep.
Because you know where you are with cash.
Yeah, you can.
You got, say, for an example, 20 quid in your pocket, and you know how much money's left out of that, or no money's left out of it. You know how much you've spent that day.
Yeah, exactly.
You go with your card, beep,
beep, beep, beep, beep.
You don't know, do you?
Dun, oop, dun. You can't use
You
the
can
card.
guess as you're going along.
Yeah, you know that you've gone over your limit.
But I mean, I don't know whether everybody's the same, but if you have to pay with card, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just have these.
Oh, we got this one. I don't know if you've seen videos on YouTube about it. There's a subscriber who we know. He speaks fluent Chinese. He's from Ghana. And he went to this place, this high-tech place in Shenzhen. And he didn't need to have his card with him or use his phone to make a payment. You want to know what he made a payment with? The palm of his hand. Yes, you heard it. He made a payment for some food with the palm of his hand. And you actually see him put his hand on the screen and it registered. But people are saying, well, how did they do that? Well, he has to register. You know when you've got your biometrics on your phone and you use your fingerprint? Well, this is the same method they use for the palm of the hand. So you can pay things without taking your cash out with you, or just use the palm of your hand on this screen. And it recognises his hand print details on the hand to pay for some food and drink. Now I've seen it all now. It's like, I remember that one time, been a good few years ago now, I went on this stag do to Amsterdam, and they did a retina scan as you go into the airport when you come back to the UK. They scanned your retina. What was all that about? To see if I was high on drugs or something. Yeah, I remember seeing this thing. So can you please look into that device there? So what's that for? So you're right, retina. Retina. Okay, I just went up to there. I says, everything okay? Yeah, everything's good. That was strange. And he did the thing with your passport. Put it on this thing as well, because there's a microchip in there, you see.
Okay.
Just touch that down after you've done that with your eyes. It's just to make sure who
you are. And you are,
yeah.
then,
And apparently, I presume your retina stuff's in with the chip as well, with your passport. So there we go. Yes, in certain parts in China, you can pay for food when you register your handprint details, and providing you've got the funds in your bank account with the banking company who you got your money with the palm of your hand. Wow. That just scares me through and through. Pain with the palm of your hand. What's next? Whole body thing, or what's going to happen to these people, right? Who've had plastic surgery to their faces, and the biometrics won't recognise that person's shape of the face because they've changed this. They've had this uplift there, they've changed the nose, they've changed even the eyes. You can change the colours of the retina in your eye, on your iris. You can change that colour.
The world's gone mad.
The world's gone completely bonkers with
Really
stuff like
has
that.
gone mad. I mean, the kids, your grandkids, their kids.
They're born into technology, AI
But
as
I
well.
feel so sorry for them. They can't play.
No, they can't.
They can't go out and play, can they?
Of course.
In safety.
What do they stick
Somebody has to be with them.
Yeah, and what do they stick to? On the pads, on the phones.
In the bedrooms.
In the bedrooms, on the PCs. You know, gosh, when we were kids, man, we was out there up until about 7 o'clock. Summer nights, 8 o'clock if we were lucky. If you're on, obviously, school holidays, breaks and whatever.
I mean, I remember a time when everyone in your street used to play in the street till,
we did.
till the lamps come on at night, and then you'd know it was time to go in. But it was everybody, and there was no falling out and nastiness.
No,
and
you had no
everybody
grief
just
with no
played
one.
together.
It's like when I was breakdancing in the early 80s, when I was in the b-boy singing. And seriously, this is some of you out there who weren't a part of that scene, who some of you might be and can relate to this. If we ever had a dispute and we knew these other people were breakdancers, and I can tell you now, we never fought each other. So say, okay then, you think you're bad enough, okay then we're going to meet at such and such a club or youth club, because certain nightclubs, obviously they wouldn't allow you to go on the adults night, so you probably go on where I think it was 16 up to the age of 60. If you were 60 up to 16, you could get into these places. All the all-dayers we used to have at the Civic Hall in Wolverhampton, or Rock City up in Nottingham, or another place in Birmingham, I forgot what it was called. We used to have a club there. We used to go and meet up some b-boy events. Or Walsall Town Hall, and Winning Baths on a Monday night. Wherever the venue was, we'd meet up at such and such a place. It was mainly Walsall Town Hall and Winning Baths, or the Civic Hall and the All Dayers that we used to have. And we'd meet them there, and said, right, we've got to see who's the best crew. And then if it's a draw, then we will go for the best individual breakers within the crew. And we used to sort it out on the dance floor. And after that as well, we've become the best of friends as well with some of them over the years. Yeah, we are. And this postcode wars, what's all that all about, man? Just because you go into a certain postcode, these gangs are going to take you out for, what was it? You are trespassing. Hang on, this is whole one country. This is England.
But this is how what it's turned into.
Well, the United Kingdom.
And, you know, what's united about it when everybody's at war with one another?
Well, because of this postcode stuff.
Yeah.
This gang territorial area. Oh my gosh.
Like I say, we should all be sticking together and not...
Every one of us should be sticking together. All of us, we should be sticking together.
It's bad, isn't it?
There's too much segregation, and there is. Max will agree with me. There's too much segregation out there, and it's a sad thing to hear about that in this day and age.
And they just don't seem disciplined.
No.
You know, with their kids, does that? At all, really.
That's another thing that the government's taken out, is the discipline from the home. I'm not saying going over the top and discipline your children. Bring them up properly and appropriately and show them.
Do you know, when that law come in that you're not allowed to hit your children, how ridiculous. When they say hit, it was a tap on the legs.
Yeah, a little tap. And then if you
weren't
did that...
beating them up, was you?
No,
you know?
sir.
But then that caused all the trouble, I think.
Yeah, I mean, when we were kids, we were disciplined. Of course we were, but it taught us how to behave ourselves accordingly.
I mean, the best thing they've done this week is brought out the stop and search.
Yeah. But again,
the police are frightened to do anything with the kids.
Because there were police officers in the past who would abuse certain authorities and certain powers within there.
So because the bad police, it's spotted for the good police who want to do good, hasn't it, really?
It certainly has.
And I'll tell you something, I wouldn't like to be a police officer these days.
I nearly became one some years ago, and I'm glad
you didn't.
And I'm glad that it never went any further. I'm so glad. Because I can promise you I probably would have had to deal with racism within the force itself.
Well, everywhere, wouldn't you, really? I
mean,
you know, most of them do a great job on our streets.
Yep.
But you know what, it is lovely to see. More of them walking around.
The old patrolling where you...
Because I've always said it, how the hell are they going to catch criminals in a car?
Yep.
You know, the criminals ain't blind. They can see the car coming, can't they?
Yeah, of course.
So it is lovely that they've put more officers on. I'll give the government that.
Yep.
And I know they're recruiting, aren't they?
Yes, they are. There's a cry out for them. Cry out for the police.
But all these young ones, I think, and I'm probably going to get slated here.
I don't think you will.
But I don't care. You know, like I always say, you're entitled to your opinion. We're entitled to ours.
Yep.
These kids who don't want to get jobs, or don't want to go to college, or don't want to do this, don't want to do that.
They want the easy life.
Want to sit on their bums all day.
They want the easy life.
Playing games and smoking weed. After so many months, give them 12 months, say. Put them in the army. When I was young, you used to have Borstal.
Yep.
And half the lads and girls I know went to Borstal. You know, they come out, they never did it again.
No, they never did, because they got disciplined in there.
Discipline?
They really did.
And, you know, going in the army, it'll give them a career. It would give them money in their pocket.
Yeah.
And it would show them respect.
Yeah.
How to respect people. Because there certainly isn't anything respectful coming from a lot of them now these days.
Unfortunately. And the thing is, we see it as well when we're out and about.
Yeah.
And we really do. And at one time I was thinking of being a street vlogger, but then I thought, no, I'll just stick to what we do. We do our own thing. Because I did really considering it being a street vlogger.
But then you've got the stress, haven't you, of having your camera taken off you?
Yeah, they wouldn't want to do that to me. I'm sorry, I don't care how tough you think you are. You wouldn't not dare do that to me.
You know, it's,
no way.
It's one of them situations, and it's all the time.
Because I'm a peaceful man, and I expect
peace back
from other people. But unfortunately, in this day and age, you don't get it.
It's not any, is there really?
No.
Hardly anything.
No. I mean, even when we're out and about, we've mentioned before on various videos, people give us dirty looks. And they really do. Like, we went to the Asda yesterday, just up the road from where we are now. And, God, some of the looks and the behaviour of some of the people in front of us is just very rude. Very, very rude indeed. There was no need for it. And there was this one woman was looking at my Maxine in one of the shops where we went to. And she was looking at her bag that she was carrying. And so then I looked towards this other woman, as if to say, with my... Well, we would always wait, looking back, as if to say, don't even think about it. Because that woman never saw me, he didn't see me behind Max, you see. So when she seen me, she then put her head down and didn't look at us anymore. See, I could clearly see she was trying to, from what my own experience anyway, working in security, and you learn certain traits over there. I mean, I did it over 30 odd years, so I've learned a lot of stuff. I learned a lot of people skills and what to look for, to see how people behave in the way they are, with how they approach you, the body signs, you know, the body language and things like that. And I could clearly see this woman was looking at Maxine to say, yeah, I'm going to try and take advantage of you, because Maxine always, when we go out, has a walkie stick with her. And people can see that as a vulnerability, and that's the truth. But she didn't see me behind, and when she did, she stopped staring at Max, stopped eyeing her up.
And she didn't know I've got like a knife inside my stick, ready to batter them. You haven't really.
It's called Hapkido Cane sword technique.
My tree stick.
I know, but seriously, joking apart, it's unsafe out there. It really is. We're living in very unsafe times. Like we heard, there was a group of youths attacked two other youths in a park not so far from
far away.
Not far away
not
from
mention
here.
any names.
We can't mention no names about the place where it was. Well, they probably might be in the news, but anyway, because of copywriting, we can't. And these group of youths tried to rob and beat up and steal.
They beat up two young kids, don't they?
Yeah, two youths. Yeah, a group of 12 youths.
And then they were saying about, what you could say, that you don't go to that place.
Go to that specific part because of the violence.
Because of the violence, it wasn't safe.
Yeah.
I said to Andrew, nobody's going to stop me from going around the park. No one.
No one. Perhaps no one about the late evening times as well.
But you know what? In all honesty, we didn't have any trouble.
No.
A few dirty looks, but
yeah, again.
Who cares? I don't care. You know, sticks and stones, as they say.
But yeah, getting back to this video, what it's about is the changing times of life.
Yeah.
And
there is big changes. I mean, you've got tellies like computers. I mean...
Well, they are computers.
Having to wait for your telly to load. That's another thing I get peed off with. You think, just turn the telly on. Just turn this on.
But the thing is, when you turn the telly on, and then Max is trying to operate, so why isn't he doing it? Because you've got to give it time to loading. It's got to load all the data in and everything. Because TVs now are Wi-Fi operated. You still got your aerial plugged in, but for everything else, it's Wi-Fi accessible to link up with your broadband router. Technology. I mean, when we were kids, some of you may know, some of our more senior subscribers, over in the UK, we used to have this aerial dial on the windowsill. You could change your aerial on there, wherever, and your stations as well. You could change them on there with this dial, which is linked into the TV. And
well, we used to have an aerial sometimes, just to get a picture on the telly.
Yep, and there was only 3 channels, and it was in black and white.
Oh,
we didn't have colour. We didn't have colour.
Love them days.
The colour was for the much more wealthier people, and it wasn't it, Max? The people
you had to be rich to have the colour telly.
You did have to be rich, and our TVs weren't bought; they were rented. They were hired for
and the man used to come on the Friday and empty. So if there was more in it than needed to be, your mum or your dad would get the money back.
Yeah.
And my mum used to share it round.
Yeah, it's the same with us as well. Yeah, you'd have some pocket money. Yeah, so we look forward to it. Every Friday he used to come round, a TV man. Yeah. And we can say the company was for Granada. It was Granada and Rediffusion, because they no longer exist now.
And you go along to the shop and you pick your telly like it was yours, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If no, he's only renting it, it was yours.
Yeah, you have to pay your deposits as well. And then it was a brilliant system. He used to look forward. He used to come out with his leather pouch bag, didn't he? And he'd have his little notebook there to give you the receipts and stuff like that. Oh man.
Yeah.
And there'd be the club man as well. He'd come around as well if you wanted to have some, monies for Christmas and things like that. You'd give it to the club man. He'd have a little book, and the day he'd come round and you'd pay him a little deposit and what have you, and then he'd
like a loan, really.
Yeah, he was. But yeah, and I know all that now. It's all digital now. Things like that are digital.
And even the good old milkman.
Mm-hmm. The only time I saw the milkman, when was it? COVID,
We saw him in COVID.
Yeah. Was it the milk floats they still had all day? The
milk
old ones.
floats,
The old milk floats are still in operation. Wow. They must have really done some work on them.
And it was lovely. It was like going back in time. I mean, obviously there was hardly any traffic on the road. So you'd hear him coming like, and putting the milk on the step. With, the cream on top of the milk. And it was just lovely. Absolutely lovely. But you got to get your milk in quick because we had some hot weather, didn't we?
Yeah.
Really hot weather during COVID.
Yes, we did. I was working, did it?
And even a man that used to come selling fish and stuff. In a proper fish van. And it was great, it was.
Wow. Talk about blast from the past.
Yeah. And the delivery men, when they used to leave the food at the top of the path, because they couldn't come near.
Yeah, I know. Gosh, you have to have your mask on and everything. Gosh, that was very strange.
And you'd be sweating and hardly being able to breathe, and you'd be like, oh, I need some air, I need to breathe.
And I still refuse to have the COVID jab. Because the people I was working for at the time, they said to me, give me the option if I wanted it. And I said no, and they said, why? I said, because I don't trust it.
And a lot of people didn't trust it.
And I still don't trust it to this very day.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people, they were vulnerable, weren't they? That, you have to have it.
Yeah. Nobody's telling me that I have to have it. No one. If they told me if I have to lock me up because I'm refusing point blank. Even the flu jab, I think you've got to be 50 and over. I won't ever have it. No, I haven't had it at all. I've had no injections of that way, shape or form. My body tells me I'm okay, then I won't need it. Then if I find out there's something wrong with my body and I have to have stuff like that, I have to, there's no escaping, then...
Then you do, don't you? That's different, isn't it?
So now I have to have a longer scan every 9 months now. Because I'm over that age now, you see, everything changed. Once you get over 55, you have to start, because you're senior, aren't you, so you have to have these
I rattle
things.
now when I walk.
She's a walking chemist, this young lady is.
I rattle when I walk, with all the medications.
Yep.
I really do, and blood tests and Christ knows what.
Yep. See again.
But you know what? I've got to say, I love my doctors.
Yeah.
They are so good, and they really try, don't they, to help.
They do.
They're fantastic. I can't say that before the other ones who were there, but these ones are lovely, so lovely.
Yeah.
You can just, they just try and help you whatever's wrong, really. Yeah. It's when you get to the hospitals, or when
that's another ball game altogether.
You've got consultants.
Yep.
Well, we'll just put these. We'll just give you that. Oh, God. Yeah.
So yes, unfortunately, people.
And now I'll give you a laugh. I used to be 9.5 stone, even when I had the kids. 9.5 stone. Never put no weight on. Never lost none. Steady at 9.5 stone. And then I had to have an hysterectomy.
A full
hysterectomy, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I put weight on, but not like over 9.5 stone. And then I got high blood pressure. So that was my first medication.
And that was the cause of the hysterectomy?
No, it wasn't.
Was it? What triggered the high blood pressure then?
don't know.
Well, that could be a benefit. That could be a contributor to it. Because don't forget, when you have that's a major surgery. That's a massive surgery for a woman in particular. That's humongous. That surgery is for.
But I'd had 4 major ops anyway, different ops, or different parts of the body.
Well, it all contributed to it then.
So then the weight keeps piling on because of these medications they keep adding. But now, because I can't get rid of the weight, even though I tried, I don't eat a lot, they've given me a free pass to go to lose the weight. And I'm just cannot wait to see how this comes on.
It's going to be interesting.
Cannot wait for this.
Yeah, cannot wait.
Wait to see how this goes.
Yeah.
Because I just don't know what else they think they can shove me on, really, to lose it. When I'm on all this medication that puts it on.
Yeah.
You're in a vicious circle.
Because, you know, we go to this clinic thing on Wednesdays for people who are...
And I said to the consultant there, didn't I? I said, you know what, I just feel like giving up because at the end of the day, you may as well have a cake or something, mightn't you, if it's going to put weight on by medication. Absolutely ridiculous. And I just think, as you keep getting older and older and older, you know, your body can't keep going forever, can it?
No.
You know, you're not forever young, you can't be.
No. But you can be from the inside. And again...
You can be from the inside and you can be mentally as well.
Exactly, inside. That's the inside.
But the poisons in medication, I'm not a fan of, but I also know that I can't stand the pain thresholds without it.
She goes through a lot, trust me.
Without it.
Yeah, she does.
So it's, do I take it? Don't I take it? Because all the medications cause side effects.
Yeah.
Plus they cause other ailments that can happen.
And the thing is, when you do suffer with these side effects, you've got to take another medication to counteract. And then that medication itself has got a side effect of its own.
And again, that changes.
Yeah, see.
The way the world's changing. My mum, they never even knew who she was at her doctor's.
That's the truth.
She'd never
registered with her.
She was registered.
She registered with her.
She just never went to the doctor's. Never ever went.
Even when they called her up.
Never took a paracetamol. If she had an headache. Never took anything at all. So when she was really ill, when she was 81, when she passed.
Yeah, but look what she did for a living.
No, but hang on. Then the doctor says, well, we don't know who she is. She's never been. Well, I went, well, whose fault's that? And they said, well, why has she never been? I said, because she didn't believe in doctors. Oh. And not one of those doctors that I practiced knew who she was.
But yes, the kind of work she did.
But the change I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, it's just changed so much. Because they don't give you any choice but to go now, if you think about it. Get to a certain age, you've got to have this blood test. To get to another certain age, you've got to have this done. And every time you go, they find something, don't they?
They do, yeah.
They find something else on top of something else they found last time. And you just wonder if you're a guinea pig, really.
I think we are.
You don't know, do you?
Because some medications have never really tested on other people yet. For the first time, you're going to be that guinea pig. What if it works for you? What if it doesn't? Or if you get a bad reaction to it, which can happen.
Yeah, touch wood, I've been very lucky so far. But, you know, luck can run out, can't it?
Yeah. But the trouble is, right, with these medications, don't forget we are all different on our systems. Even though we're one race of a human being, but the
what
system...
suits one won't suit somebody else.
Exactly. So how do they know that same medication is going to be beneficial for another human who's got similar problems? It may react entirely different.
Of course, you don't know, do you? You really don't know.
I don't know.
But there's so many changes, and it's just keeping up with them, isn't it, really?
Yep.
Especially now, because you put the news on, we don't even watch the news anymore.
Well, with the news, it's changing on a regular basis. Do you believe the news or don't you believe the news?
Yeah, what do you believe?
You know.
And these wars that are going on and that, it's all too doom and gloom, isn't it?
I mean, we see people, well-known people as well, saying that certain things have happened in their lives. And we've seen these on certain social media platforms. You click on certain things and you're thinking, hang on, what's this? This is not true. And then you actually find out that it's a lie. Someone's put a false lie out there about someone who isn't even in that position of their life.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like AI.
Oh, I can't
I do not like AI. And I've had some things done of me with using AI format, but it's the other things I don't like about AI.
You know, they were on about, weren't they? Not Facebook, what do you call it? Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
Are going to be delivering our parcels by these air drones, are they called?
Yep.
Air drone things. Can you imagine me and Andrew trying to get a parcel off one of them things that drops it? Oh, excuse me, it's not for us.
I know.
Because that's all we seem to say lately. That's not ours.
We've had it happen 5 times.
But you know what? But these air drone things, I mean, they can fly over and film what you're doing.
Yep. Okay.
You know, invading your space, basically.
It's like we saw one again. He's a well-known blogger and lives in China. And he ordered some food.
Yeah.
Via a drone.
Yeah. Through a machine.
And the drone came about half an hour later, and it landed on top of this like vending type machine, and you saw it clearly carrying the parcel of food.
And the parcel goes into that machine,
and then it
tells him the food's ready, and he just took all the food out.
He took all the food that he ordered. That's nuts. And again, that's doing someone out of a delivery job. Uber.
They're all these
companies
who are using all these things.
These high tech things.
They are taking people's jobs, aren't they? It's like, you know, these when you go in a supermarket, self-serve things.
Yep.
Look how many jobs they've took off cashiers.
I know, they certainly have.
Haven't they?
Yeah, I remember when they first come out too.
And you know, you're standing there like with, say you bought a set of knives or something, and then you've got to wait for somebody to come to say that you're over 18 before you can even get them and put them away, which I think's a good thing anyway. But even 18-year-olds use knives, don't they? You know,
do. Of course they do. Nobody uses them.
So I mean, what's the solution? Now, I like a place called Cook's. Is it called Cook's in Merry Hill?
Yeah, it's called Cook's, yeah.
They sell all kitchenware and stuff.
They do, yeah.
And their knives are exactly how they should be.
Under lock and key.
Under lock and key.
Down to the smallest one.
To the smallest one. Now, they all should be like that, shouldn't they?
Yep.
But the change is, it's just, I mean, like, it's took jobs, hasn't it? And people can't see this. They're all for it, aren't they? But they can't seem to see, you know, what's in front of them, some people.
And the trouble is, I think, the thing with the changes of technology, some people have become lazy. Seriously. We've seen it. They've just relied so much on technology. When it comes to anything physical, they struggle. That's a fact. Look, me being a martial artist all my life now, and I do still like the physical. And I'm a much older person now, but I still like to have my little bit of a physical training experience. To train your abs, no. There's these devices you put on, and it does your abs for you while you're just sitting down in your chair watching the TV. I don't know.
As you can see, I've never used one.
Getting back to, coming to the end of this video in a bit anyway. life is changing. It's unavoidable.
Yeah.
It's called the evolution of the human way of living.
But you've got to move with the times, so we keep being told. You've got to move with the times.
Yeah. We're not changing with everything.
Right.
Excuse me.
It took me all my time to learn how we used to live, never mind knowing all the new stories coming in. Ridiculous. I mean, now the postman as well. We ain't going to be getting any post on a Saturday second class. Don't know whether you know that. Don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, it is.
What the heck?
But why is
So
the
you're
reason...
going to wait till Monday to get that second class?
But the thing is, you know why they're probably doing that? Because a lot of the online things through companies, which can be much faster.
Ridiculous.
That could be to do with that as well, he says. But you'll need to know anyway, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to be finishing there, yeah? So yeah, some of you out there who watch our videos, our subscribers too, tell us your points of view about what you think about the ever-changing things in life, with every aspect that we've more or less covered.
Yeah.
If you want to be happy with the change or you're against the way our life is changing, and you won't conform to everything, because we haven't conformed to everything.
I mean, remember, they go on about people's rights. Oh, what about pensioners' rights and disabled rights? Do we have no right? Does nobody have any rights after a certain age? Do you find it easier if you're younger, the way things have changed? And tell us how you find it easier. Because we can't fathom this all out. How easy it's supposed to be.
No.
You know, and for example, computers. Computers get, what you call it, when they get, like Marks and Spencer's, they got...
Oh, they can be hacked.
That's the word.
Hacked. Man.
They can get hacked.
Yeah.
Or, you know, some banks.
Marks and Spencer's, they got hacked big time.
Yeah. And then you've got, like, banks, and the computers go down. Like councils, the computers go down.
Yep.
How is that moving forward?
Even the phone networks, some of them.
Yeah.
Go
down.
They had some major problems,
Yeah.
they did. And this was across the whole of the 3 network. Their phone system had gone down, so people couldn't make any calls, they couldn't send any texts. Wow.
And it turned out with Marks and Spencer's, it was 3 kids.
Yeah.
All under 18, weren't they?
No, one was 19 and the other 2 were 17. 2 males and 1 female. One of them was from the West Midlands, and one of them was from Staffordshire.
Yet they can do that to a massive big company.
Yep.
Yet we don't even know how to get on a computer
Properly.
and do a spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet. What's one of them? Oh yeah, spreadsheet. You get a bit of butter and you spread it on there with a knife.
And you say, oh, sheet.
Oh, sheet.
Yeah.
Get it? Sheet. But anyway, yeah. Ending it there. That's our wrap on that one. Let's talk about the changes of life. The ever changes of life, yes. Again, thank you to our new subscribers. Thank you for those of you who watch our videos. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscription button, hit the notification bell. As you know, we upload content every week. May not be every day, but every week guaranteed. And please just tell everybody about our channel. Please, because we are who we say we are. When we do our Let's Talk About It, get to know a little bit more about it. But not too much. But yeah, just give them thumbs going. Share the love. Comments as well. Don't be afraid to comment, people.
Talk to us.
Yeah, talk to us. Don't be afraid. We won't bite.
Chat with us.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
And you know, if you're going out tomorrow, take your brollies with you because it's going to be a terrible day.
A torrential day of rain is expected, quote unquote. I mean, that one time I remember in June, going back a few years ago now, it snowed. And I'm not kidding you. For those of you who live in the UK...
And that's another thing, isn't it? That's changing the weather.
The weather. You do not... The weathermen don't get it right all the time, you know. And we could name a few weather people...
Or because people haven't looked after the ozone layer.
Yes.
But that's another subject.
That's another subject. Let's talk about the ozone layer. The pollution of our Earth. Yeah, we can do one about that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, please tell everybody about us. Keep the likes, keep the comments. Share any of the videos. Share the channel, most importantly. And just keep spreading that chi. Just keep spreading that chi. And number one importance, which we always say in our videos, please stay safe out there, everybody. Please stay safe out there.
Namaste, everyone.
Namaste, everyone. Namaste, everybody. Thank you.